everybody. How are we doing? Wow. Thank you guys so much for coming. This is amazing. It's a pleasure. I'm really tired. But I can imagine you guys are too. I heard some people were here since yesterday. That's fucking insane. I appreciate it though. That's awesome. I know how I would. So we just flew from London this morning, and we had a great show there last night. We played in a huge 1,000-year-old church, and no. I wasn't trying to make you feel bad, like, oh, it's no church, but this is amazing. We were here about a year ago, yeah. Just hands if you were here. And we're all here again. Woo! Thank you. All right, so we're gonna play a couple of songs for you guys. The first song we're gonna play is off Stomach Aches. And thank you very much. You have no idea what song it is yet. This song is called Tradition. Awesome, so that means you're gonna have to sing along, okay? All right.
I'm
That's gonna get real fucking annoying. So I'm just saying it's going to get there if we keep it up. Initially it was like, oh cool, kazoos, and then little by little. I'm just saying. I'm just warning you. It might get annoying. What is it?
It's on purpose.
Oh. Then you should probably leave. Alright guys, so we're gonna play another song off Stomach Aches. This heat's gonna fuck this up. This song's called She's the Prettiest Girl at the Party. This might be the sweatiest acoustic show we've ever played. No, is it your fault? It's your fault. Alright, wait. We all have to be really quiet. We have to be really quiet. Okay, you ready? Okay, here we go. Don't play that fucking kazoo.
It's not a kazoo. It's a cassette. I won't do it, trust me.
What the fuck, really? Okay, ready?
I have some money left. I hate you.
Ready?
Sorry.
It's okay. you guys can stand two more. Is that cool to do two more? Yeah? I know we're all sweaty. What are you gonna say?
Yes, I have a question.
Oh, we're gonna do that after.
Oh, but what tea is that?
What?
What kind of tea?
Oh, what kind of tea is it? Oh, Dr. Vox. I'm trying it for the first time. That's my first time. It sounds so gross.
Frank, are you gonna play I'm a Mess?
Oh, actually, we're gonna play something that you maybe haven't heard yet. Is that all right? You might hate it. This song that we're gonna play is a song. It's off Parachutes, and it's called "Miss Me." So it's definitely one of my favorites off the record, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. I just gotta tune up real quick. Hold on a second. Alright, so this is Miss Me. It goes like this. I hope somebody misses me when I'm gone. I hope somebody misses me when I'm gone. I know it ain't right. Want someone to cry. Just hope you miss me when I'm gone. Just wish I knew which way I was gone. I know I loved you all my life. I know I loved you all along. From the first time I laid eyes till the day I die. I know I love you till the end of time. You cross my heart, I hope to die. It's been this way all my life. I swear I've been a loser all my goddamn life. Some people they get old after life speak their time. Pretty sure I now make a sound. Don't think I ever got off the ground. The place that we end ain't always what we began. And since I tell the truth, just hope and I'm with you and my own. Hope somebody notices I was here. I hope somebody notices me while I'm here. And I don't love much. I just wish I had your love. God, I hope you love me being here. Hope to God you love me being here. Cause whenever I'm away, I just wish that I could stay right by your side forevermore. Stuck in your side forevermore. All right, so we're gonna play one more song, and it's a song called "Joyriding." And so, the young lady with the kazoo noisemaker, can you come here?
I'm not a lady.
Oh, I'm sorry, the young sir, please, person. I'm sorry. I didn't. I'm sorry. Hi, come on. Do you have the kazoo? Do you have it? Oh. Oh, that's perfect. Come on. Come here. Oh, no, come here. Joshua's part. Stop. All right, we're gonna play Joyriding, and Joshua's gonna play along with us, okay? Right, here we go. All right, so I'll tell you guys when to start, okay? All right.
You guys all have to sing along.
Yeah, you have to sing along with us and Joshua, okay? No, you're not gonna please Matt. You're gonna help us with the questions. Alright, ready? You guys ready? I'm not sure what they said. One, two, three, four. Yes, you'll be okay. You're ready for sure. For me, I'll try. Your eyes and high. We'll shake you, hey. The look is on your face. Don't hang up, 'cause I don't have anyone left. Yeah, don't give up. Don't hang on to anything I said. I hate my weaknesses. They make me who I am. I make some difference. I'm insignificant. These things inside my head, they never make me sense. I have myself. Yeah, it's cool. I'll be okay. I felt your pain was show. But then try your eyes and hide. Shake the hate. Look that's on your face. This is not the end of the road. Thank you, guys. Okay. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
You're a legend.
Nog één keer een heel groot applaus. So, how are you guys doing?
Very good. Very drippy.
Yeah, it's pretty hot in here, right?
All right.
So, I think you actually made some girls cry over there. It's really mean.
I think it's just sweat.
So, the new album's coming up.
Yeah.
Parachutes.
it's a record that we made with Ross Robinson and Steve Evans, and it's gonna come out on October 28th. It's 12 songs, which is crazy because it seems like every record I've been doing lately has been 12 songs. I don't know why it worked out that
It's a
way.
theme.
Yeah. It might be one of the things that I'm most proud of that I ever made. So I'm really excited.
Do you think it's different from stomach aches?
It's a lot different.
In what way?
Well, for one, you know, when I was writing stomach aches and stuff, I didn't know I was writing a record. It was just kind of like I had these songs coming to my head, and I tried to channel them through me, and every time I felt sick, it was almost like an escape from the way that I was feeling. And so I just kind of put these songs together, and then was gonna hide them away like in a box somewhere. It was like almost like a time capsule. And then just life kind of got in the way, and I ended up playing it for a friend who played it for somebody else, and then all of a sudden, before I knew it, I had like a record deal and we were on tour. This record though, like I knew it was gonna come out. Like I knew people were gonna hear it, so I actually had to sit down and write a record, which scared the shit out of me because I kind of realized that I was like I don't know how to do that, and I didn't try to do that last time. So this time around it was a more definitive project. Like I knew it was going to be heard, and in that case I wanted to make it a little bit more. I wanted to be very clear and precise about what I was saying and how I was saying it, and then also too like the songs that came about they kind of, to me at least, begged to sound a lot different. So that's why we called up Ross Robinson, and he ended up being free and willing to do it. So.
And what is different from stomach aches? What the influences or?
Well, I think as far as influences go, like I'm influenced by the things around me, and of course life is different now. You're 2 years older. My kids are older. I see things in a different light. I'm maybe a little bit wiser than I was, or maybe I'm more innocent than I was. I don't know. I like to think it was that way actually. But I think also too, I'm more confident in this project, and is your arm getting tired? I'm sorry. I'm more confident in the project and also in my role in the project. Like when we first did stomach aches and stuff, like I was like, oh man, I gotta sing and I'm gonna be like the front man of a band, and I never really wanted to do that. That was never my intention. Never a plan of mine. This is like my worst nightmare is just having people like stare at you while you talk. No, I'm fine with it now, but like before I was like, oh man, like who would want to do that? That sucks. Like, and then you see people like frontmen, like of bands, and like they're all like, like they got abs and shit, and all the cover magazines. All these people suck. Like, I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, I ain't gonna have abs. I'll tell you that one. So like,
You're right better.
Stop. I'm not searching for compliments on that. I'm not just. I appreciate
Get
that.
them anyway.
Thank you. But I didn't want to be like, I didn't want to have to be this quintessential like rock star frontman thing. And I realized though, over the past couple of years of doing this band, that I don't have to be like, I can do it on my own terms, and that made me a lot more have a lot more fun and see the band and the role of my role in the band in a different light, and that's cool. So this record I think is me understanding that better and knowing my strengths and my weaknesses and kind of playing off of those.
The new album is called Parachutes.
Correct.
Why is it called Parachutes? Is it your theme? Oh, that's a great
That's
idea.
so much better. Well, I started to think about life in general, and I do that a lot now. I think all those cliche things that people say to you about life being really fast and kids growing up so quick and all these things. The reason that people say them so much and they become cliches is because they're true. And so that gets me thinking a lot, and I try to take a step back, and I started to think about how we're all living life and kind of hurtling through space at this incredible rate, and it's almost like falling or jumping out of a plane, and before we know it, we're gonna hit the ground, and it's over, like the ride's over. And so if that's the case, then the things that bring us joy, the things that show us what true love is, are these ways of kind of hovering and enjoying the fall a little bit, because we're never going to stop we're never gonna stop falling. We're all gonna hit the ground eventually, you know. And some of us can just immediately, like, it'll be 2 seconds and we're dead. And some of us, it's true, yeah, it's true. I mean, you know, and we romanticize that a lot, but it's a shame. You know? But I, for one, I mean, I like to kind of hover a little bit and enjoy it a little bit and kind of see my surroundings and watch my kids grow up and do all these dumb things that I think are awesome. You know, like the most mundane, stupid thing is the most beautiful miracle if you really think about it. So anyway, I started to think about those things that help us hover and those things that kind of save us a little bit. And I thought, you know, well, they're life-saving devices, and if we're jumping out of a plane, there are parachutes that kind of, you know, slow down the eventual demise.
So is the album a life-saving, or should it be a life-saving device, or like to help people?
Well, I mean, for me it is. You know, I always felt like, you know, my family and music has always been a parachute for me. It's allowed me to, you know, to give a shit when I didn't before. You know, it's enlarged my heart, and it's given me a will and a purpose. You know, so for me, like, you know, whereas last record, all the songs were stemming from sickness and feeling upset, you know, upset stomach and all these different horrible emotions that I wanted to get away from. This record was these songs were all poignant parts of my life that kind of saved me and changed the way I thought about things.
So is that the reason why you started music? Because you wanted to?
Yeah, I mean, well, I started playing music and wanting to be in a band because I think I grew up in it. Like my dad was a drummer, my grandfather was a drummer. I saw it, and it was magical to me. You know, that's how they connected over, you know, playing gigs and music, and I wanted so bad to be a part of that. You know, so from the moment I could say what I wanted to be when I grew up, I was like, I want to be in a band. I want to tour. I want to write songs that affect people the way that, you know, songs affect me. That's why.
And now you're front man.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm a front dad.
So we picked some questions from we asked on Facebook. If some
cool.
people here had questions, and I picked 2 questions from, well, kind of 3 people. And the first one, I don't know if she's here, but it's from Cassandra Troost.
Oh, that's me.
Over there.
How you doing?
Well, the question was, do you have any advice for youngsters who want to start a band or for life in general?
Whoa.
It's a deep question.
Persistence, that's a good one. Yeah. Here. No one. I see. All right, there you go. Hi. Don't let anyone ever tell you how to be you. Like, you know, people are gonna try your entire life, and they're gonna do it because they're scared to take risks, you know. And sometimes the best thing you can do is to fuck up, because no, I'm serious. And because in fucking up, it's not a failure. It's another chance to learn and to do it, you know, again, differently and better. You know what I mean? So as far as, you know, being in a band and stuff like that, the best advice for being in a band, at least for me, I always thought was never be full of shit. Like, because people can see through that immediately, and it's fucking dumb. There's so many bands that are full of shit. Like, we have enough of those. So if you're gonna do something, like, there's no, you know, so far what we don't have is your band. We have all this shit, right? But we don't have yours, and we don't have your songs. So, you know, if you write from the heart, then it's gonna be great no matter what.
Thanks.
So maybe you can explain a little, how did you start it? You were 11, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty young.
Everyone was 11 once.
So how did you start?
Well, I started out playing drums because my dad played drums, so, and I think one of those things too was like, him and my grandfather were such amazing drummers that, like, I knew there was no way I was going to live up to what they were. And plus I really wanted to write songs, and I found it really hard to write songs on drums. So I stopped playing drums, and my dad was like, all right, well, what do you want to play? And I was like, I want to play saxophone. He was like, why? and I gave an answer that I still they talk about cigarettes? Because the answer was, because it's shiny. So, so he was like, yeah, that's an all, right? So they got me a saxophone, and I was fucking horrible at it. And then I think at a young age, too, I realized, I was like, oh, you can't play saxophone and smoke cigarettes. Oh, fuck this. Do you do that? Oh, you just smoke cigarettes. Yeah, there you go, yeah, it's okay. Stop smoking cigarettes. It looks so cool, but stop. So anyway, I realized down the line somehow, I think who did I see? Oh, my dad took me to go see Richie Havens. And if you guys, do you know who Richie Havens is? Anybody? Yeah. yeah. All right, cool. If you don't know who Richie Havens is, please try to go pick up a record here today because it'll change your life. But Spotify is free. You can go to Spotify, YouTube. All right, just figure it out. Figure this shit out. I didn't say that. But if you get a chance, check out Richie Havens. It changed my life, and I remember seeing him at a show. And my dad took me multiple times, but the first time I ever saw him, he would tell these stories about the songs that he wrote or that he learned, and how, where he was at that time, and what the show was like, and it was so captivating and so inspiring. And then at the end of the show, he played this incredible set, and then he walked right through the crowd and stood at the back door, and after everybody left, he shook everybody's hand. It was crazy, and fucking blew my mind, And from that moment, I was like, I'm playing guitar. I want to write songs, and that's how I started playing guitar. And then I joined a band when I was 11. And the funny thing is, the first band I joined, they were like, we already have a guitar, but you gotta play drums. So I was like, fuck. So.
And there was this other question from Laura Thijssen. And sort of the same question from Kirsten Beuvens. She was asking, what do you do when you have a writer's block?
Oh man. This is what I do, and I know it doesn't work for other people. It used to frustrate the hell out of people that I was in bands with. But whenever I have a writer's block, I just jump to another thing, and I drill it so hard. If I'm writing a song and I can't figure anything out, I jump to another idea that I had, and I drill it to the point where I hate it, and then somehow making something terrible opens the door for that one, or it just turns into something else. You know what I mean? But I very rarely get defeatist about it. I get really depressed and angry, but and it's the worst, right? It's the worst feeling in the world. It's almost like you can't breathe because it's your life source. But I don't deal with it well, but I drill every other aspect of my life, and somehow, some way, I find my way back home. How do you deal with writer's block?
I've been in writer's block for the past 6 years, so that's a hard.
You join the patients.
So now it's the last question because we don't have so much time. From Laura, do you have any advice if you're writing a song, for writing songs?
Oh man. Well, I mean, I feel like songs will tell you what they want to be. You can try your hardest to force a square peg into a circle, and then sometimes it works out, but that's very rare, and sometimes that feels forced when you do that. What's funny to me is I truly feel like songs are like loves. Sometimes you meet someone and you fall in love immediately and it just works out. Sometimes you meet somebody and you're like, you're really cool, but this point in my life and this point in your life, we're just not gonna see eye to eye, and you have to kind of let that go, and then you meet later on, and it's funny how I have probably 1.5 million voice memos on my phone of things that I'm just not ready for yet. You know what I mean? But there's a couple here and there that I know are gonna be great, and I'm longing for the day that our paths will cross again, because I know it's something special, but I have to have that patience and the bravery to let it go for a little while. So.
Great.
Can I make one?
Okay, we're gonna do 2 questions from the audience because we have 1 minute left. That girl over there.
You were talking about patience. Does it have to be
Right.
in band?
Well, I goes hand in hand. You know, I think for the last time around, right? Oh, don't cry. I'm gonna pretend you're not crying. The last time around, you know, I did this record, and then I realized I had to play it live, and I was really scared about that because I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. I definitely didn't feel comfortable in that role to be a frontman. So I was like, all right, well, I need to bring a band that will fill that void and kind of cover up the deficiency that I have. And so I was like, all right, well, if I bring a celebration, like, no one will notice that I suck at this. Like, they'll be like, oh, there's this party happening. Like, who cares? And so, like, that's why I was like, all right, band name is The Celebration. This time around, I needed something different in my life, and I needed the virtue of patience, the ability to kind of take a step back and just appreciate the here and now. And you know, I guess the wisdom too to let the little things go. And I think patience is a big part of that. So that's where that comes from. But yeah, also it works with songwriting. Yeah, thank you.
We gaan het even hierbij laten vragen, sorry. Nog eventjes, ook qua praktisch. Frank gaat straks signeren. De mensen die een bandje hebben die met een nummer, de eerste mogen uiteraard weer vooraan. Dus probeer even een rij te maken op nummer, zo helemaal langs die kant en dan naar buiten toe. En dan aan die kant.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.